What up, everyone? Hope you're all doing well. Hope all of you had a great Easter celebrating with families. It's always fun. And we're happy to have you guys with us here on Twin City Sports Talk. Bit of a weirder special episode. We've never really just simply done a prediction special here, but we have a lot to go over from the Wild and Wolves games yesterday, and then the Twin series against the Rays, Twins home opening series. The weather was horrible throughout the whole thing. Very tough to play in. I guess yesterday wasn't horrible for Sunday, Easter. It was a nice day, sunny, 50 degrees. But first series at home this year is done. Twins lose that series 1-2. And we'll get to what we predicted in that series in a bit here. Before anything, we're going to talk about Athlete's Edge with Jen Prouty, the performance consultant out of Brookings, South Dakota, working with competitive and elite athletes across sports like hockey, wrestling, and football. She helps strengthen the mental side of performances by developing skills like confidence, focus, and emotional control. She works with athletes, teams, coaches virtually throughout the whole nation and locally in Minnesota and the Dakota area. And she uses evidence-based approaches to complement physical and technical training while supporting long-term development for these athletes. It's a big thing she's doing. And we just talked about it one of our last episodes. The NFL just passed a rule that every NFL team needs to have a Jen in their building the whole year, a mental performance consultant. So it's really good what she does. And if you want to get in contact with her, here's all of her socials right there. And when you do, tell her we sent you here at Twin City Sports Talk. Thanks for sponsoring Jen. All right, people, like I said, a big prediction special today. And we're excited to have you guys with us again. So I'm going to pop up these first rounds of predictions that me and Trevor made. Yesterday's games, Wild. They beat the Red Wings in a very unique barn burner of a game, I can call it. Wolves, they lost to the Hornets. Second half got very out of reach for the Wolves. Very embarrassing second half, in my opinion. And really Ant not playing Jaden. It's tough either way. And here's the thing. I said it last episode. It might just be better for us to be losing right now, play the Lakers instead of the Nuggets with the Lakers with all the injuries. Not saying I like injuries, but it'd make our chances better in the first round of the playoffs. So either way, that's what we got going on here. I guess we both said the Wild would win. I don't think either of us could have really predicted the Wild would go up 4-1, and then in the third period alone, below that lead, ties 4-4. I think it was it Kane that had the penalty on Hughes with 3 minutes left?
Yeah,
the tripping.
He tripped him.
Yeah. Either way, Hughes draws a big penalty. Kirill Kaprizov. This was the game I've been just pounding the table for, where he's putting shots on net all game. He gets a breakaway. Kirill Kaprizov, the hat trick. The hat trick for the Wild. That's what we got to see out of our highest paid player in NHL history right there. These games all the time.
That one-time goal was beautiful.
Oh, my gosh.
Well, even the second goal, too, right when he shoved it.
Mm-hmm.
And then why am I blanking the first goal real quick? Oh, my gosh. How did he get the first one? Do you remember? Was that a tip?
It was a tip. I'm completely
I forget exactly
where
I
he
think
was, too.
Yeah, it was like a tip. But, yeah, the second one shoved it very top. But, yeah, that one-timer, the dagger, was insane.
Obviously real time, I thought he had to have gone short side there, but the fact that he went far side and completely top cheddar right in the top shelf of it was spicy. I mean, it was nice. That's easily maybe his best shot of his career, or at least top 3. I mean, game winner with a minute and a half left. You can't beat that.
I don't know if we can go that far, just because he's had some amazing ones. But it's
I know, but in that situation where you let up a 3-goal lead,
if you're talking
a minute and a half left in the game,
because
that shot,
man, because it was all Detroit that third period. They completely all stormed back. All momentum came back. Kane with a terrible penalty, and then that gave the
juice went back on the Wild.
They capitalized. Kirill with the dagger, And
I only say it was the best shot of his career because it was literally perfect. I mean, he could not have shot that puck more perfect, and he got all the power on it. It was just it was like an MLB The Show when you hit a baseball. It's like the perfect swing. That was that.
Well, not even that, but like also like when you are playing NHL, when you time up that one timer and it's just a bullet. Yeah,
that's exactly what it was.
Gorgeous.
It was perfect. So good job, Kirill. Let's keep that going. Anyways, for our predictions, I screwed myself over here, people. I said the Wild would have 23 plus hits, and then Trevor said that was good for the prediction. But I added on the third and fourth line would get a goal. That part was wrong. If I stuck with the 23 hits, I would have got it, but overall my prediction there is wrong. Trevor, huge bad beat here. He said Rasmussen and McCarron and Marcus Foligno would all have 2 hits. McCarron and Foligno did. Rasmussen had 1. So
what a bum.
Very bad beat for Trev. Missed it by 1 hit here. Anyways, for the Wolves game, I said the Wolves would lose against the Hornets. So that's correct. And Trevor said they would win by 3. That is wrong. Another bad beat for Trev. All the bad beats tonight. He said Io. Yeah, he said Io would have 15 plus points and Dante would have 3 or more threes. Dante had 2 threes. Io had 12 points. So yeah, not a great night at all. I also a little bit of a bad beat, but Bones had a really good game, 18 points. But I said Bones and Nas would have 12 or fewer points. Nas, that one hit, but Bones, he had 18. So overall, the prediction is wrong. Either way, I went 2-0. Trevor went 1-1. No points scored tonight, except we haven't gone over the Twins predictions yet. So let's flip the script here and go to the Twins. Twins lose their series against the Rays 2-1, and I'll start out by saying this. I said the Twins would win the series 2-1. They could have. They played. It was 1-1 today going into the 9th inning against the Rays, and they had chances here. They had a lot of chances, but that's wrong for me. Trevor got the series prediction correct when he said the Twins would lose the series 2-1, which that's 2 points in the point category for a series prediction. In the MLB season here. And then Trevor, it was a perfect night for Trevor here for the Twins series as a whole. This is easily one of our best predictions, and not our, like yours, but I'm saying for the whole show as a whole, since we've been a thing since November here, easily one of the best predictions that any of us have made. Trevor said the Twins would lose 3-1. I guess not perfect. In the Heat, Trevor predicted game 3, but the score was not 3-1. Very close, very close there. But he said, I mean, you said Simeon 6+ innings pitched with 1 or less runs. The chances of that happening, I had faith in Sim, but that's a really good prediction and a big win for Trev. So that's 1 more point added on to the 2 points for the series prediction. I didn't go home empty-handed, though. I predicted game 1 home opener. I said the Twins would win that game. They did. They won by many more points than I thought they would. But I also said Luke Keyshaw would have 2+ hits in that game, and he had 2. So that was a good prediction for me too. But either way, both of us went 1-0 with our game predictions, and Trevor took it with the points here. So updated standings, 65-62 at the points. I mean, I went over the winning percentage from our records last episode. It was like 58.6 and 57.8 or something. I was up in that, but our prediction's freakishly close right now. So people stay around to witness this. It's getting down to the wire here. Not even, though. We have a long bit of the season left. We go until week 1 of the NFL season starts. So, bang, that's all you got to know there. Either way, there's our predictions that we made. And now we got to start talking about future predictions as I pull it up here. Today, the Twins start a series against the Detroit Tigers, the favorites to win the Central, and our first 4-game series of the year. Obviously, these division series are going to be the series where it's the 4-gamers, but pitching matchups for this series. Game 1 today, Casey Mize coming off the All-Star year. I mean, he's their 4th starter now this year, or I guess 3rd, because Verlander just went on the 15-day too. So either way, Joe Ryan versus Casey Mize today. So, and I heard you are probably going to be at the game, Trevor. thinking about it?
I wouldn't say probably. We're looking at
Maybe.
it.
Okay.
I would probably go like 25%. I'll go. I want to go because it's
Want to
Ryan
get out and
pitching,
see
right?
Joe Ryan. Yeah. Yep.
And I can literally probably get about as close as I would ever want to go to this game.
Oh,
Problem,
easily.
no one's going to want to go. And I ain't going to blame them. So,
yeah, you can't blame them.
I think given the weather and all that, I'll probably not do it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'll look come like after work when I'm done at like 2 or 3 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
And if I can get in for like a $3 ticket off TickPick or whatever, shout out TickPick, maybe a future sponsor. Don't use Game Time.
TickPick.
Don't use what are the other ones?
Game Time, Ticketmaster,
SeatGeek, TickPick. 9 times out of 10, 95 times out of 100, it's gonna be your cheapest option. People use TickPick, not a promotion. But no,
TickPick, you better sponsor after this. Trevor's shouting you out here.
Yeah, I mean, it would be fun to go see Joe Ryan just absolutely be like, just depressed being on the team.
All the facial expressions.
Yeah, just.
Yeah. Either way, to continue the pitching matchups though, Tuesday, a very intriguing game here. Mr. .69 ERA, Tarek Skubal, 9 strikeouts, 0 walks in his 2 starts so far against our best pitcher so far, Taj Bradley, who's touching 100 on his fastball in the 6th inning in games. But Taj under a 1 ERA, 0.87, 12 strikeouts. So that's a very intriguing game right there. But it's scary because the Twins have been horrible against lefties this year. So Tarek Skubal on the mound, I don't even want to imagine how that game's going to go. I really don't want to.
Or Valdez too, Wednesday.
Yeah, exactly. So Wednesday, Framber Valdez versus Bailey Ober, which I will say Bailey struggled opening day. I was impressed with the way he handled the rest of the game after that. Had 4 strikeouts. He was getting weak contact. And here's the thing. His velocity, yes, his fastball was sitting at like 87, but it also was 28 degrees. So I hope on a nicer day, which I don't know how it's looking for Wednesday, but as it gets into the summer, I hope Bailey can get up to that 90, 91 at least.
It is it is kind of funny you brought up weather because I did look at that just given weather's been crappy here. Wednesday it does show rain, but the high is 57. So
okay.
Rain's not ideal, but it's not like anywhere as bad as what we had sit through and whoever else went to opening day, or even like Saturday's weather too.
Yeah.
Nope. So yeah, 57 chance of rain. We'll see if the rain comes, but like it'll be kind of your typical April weather. So in the 50s.
So that should be good. That should be fine.
It should be okay.
Yeah. And then the series, at the end of the series here, Jack Flaherty on the mound for the Tigers, and then Mick Abel, which I really want to see Mick Abel have a good start here because then I'll start getting worried if he can't locate. I mean, this is a weird stat here, but Mick Abel, 7 strikeouts, 7 walks on the year. So far, Jack Flaherty, 8 strikeouts, 8 walks on the year. So expect a lot of base runners that game based on the stats. I think both of them have the ability to hone it in and throw strikes, especially Abel. But we got to see it to believe it here. But big series here to kind of start the year if the Twins want to prove any sort of fight within this team. This is the series to do it with the likely AL Central division winners this year. So either way, 4-game series against the Tigers. And again, people, how we do this, Trevor and I predict the series, how the series will go in terms of record, who wins the series, and then we predict 1 game out of the series. We choose 1 game, predict the score, who wins, and then do a player/team prediction for that specific game. So it's always I'm gonna have a lot of fun making these series predictions. Well, it's like we get to go over every series, and it's not like every single day we're making different predictions.
All right, yeah.
That would get tiring at some point. Like choosing who's going to get 2 hits in the game every day in a row. So I think we have a good system here, but either way, do you want to start, Trev? Well, let's just go series winner here. How does the series go?
Yeah, I'm just double checking because I'm torn between 3-1 and sweep.
I knew you would be. Like it's.
I mean, well, that's obviously.
Oh,
it's not like anything. I'm just debating on if I'm giving Ryan the win here, but then I'm torn on my because I really don't see us winning the other games. So if we do win, I think it's Monday only.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, screw it. 3-1. We're gonna go with the win on Monday. Joe Ryan is our only hope. Because then Tuesday is Scooble, Wednesday is Valdez versus Ober, and then Thursday is McAble, who, he's just gonna need time and he's gonna have to deal with more ups than we're probably gonna want. But hopefully it's not too much where it gets to the point where we gotta send him down, or at least no time soon. Yeah.
Now I will say, like, how big of a leash do you give him? You trade one of the best closers in the league.
I think you can be flexible, but also it's hard to say because it depends how bad the bat is.
Exactly.
Like if you see signs of good, because it's not like we're contending, so you can be flexible with it, but then also you're not trying to just completely destroy his confidence either. So it's kind of that give and take.
Mm-hmm.
I'd probably give him through 100% through the first 2 months, so through end of May.
Yeah.
June is when you start considering. But then even then, with injuries, so Pablo already down.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see if we can stay healthy. If you can.
Yeah.
But if injuries happen, then there's more reason to keep him up just because, who else are you going to call up when guys are already getting the call-ups?
And Zebby's also very struggling.
Hurt too, right?
Festa's on the 60 days.
So
Zebby's really struggling.
Call up the first. I didn't even know that, but But even with Zebby struggling, is he still not going to be the first? I mean, I guess.
I think he would definitely be the first guy up again. But
then after Zebby, is it Klein?
No, well, he'd be a reliever. But it would probably be Andrew Morris. Andrew Morris.
Anyway, so I think Abel's gonna have a pretty long leash.
I was gonna say I think 10
we'll see how he does against the start against Detroit here Thursday. Will be big. We'll see.
Yeah, I said maybe like a 10-game leash is a 10-start leash is where I'd put it. Like 10 starts if the bad is bad and the good is okay, you gotta maybe get him a restart here in St. Paul, but we're nowhere near that. Mick, I still have all my confidence in you, but he was also again pitching in game 2 where it was 32 degrees here, so Twins fans don't lose all hope yet. Trevor kind of stole.
And last thing on top of that, it didn't help that he was doing the piggyback to a starter in a reliever role.
Well, that was game 1. Yeah, game 2.
But that's why I'm just saying it's just not ideal. That's not how McAble is normally used. So.
Yeah, you're just talking strictly that first game. Yeah. Which I agree with that. But Trevor kind of stole my thought process here. I also have the Twins losing the series 3-1. Kind of just what Trevor was kind of saying. I literally only see
the matchups don't look good for the rest. Besides Ryan,
I mean, I have all my faith in Taj Bradley with the way he's pitching, but against Tarek Skubal, that's it's the worst possible situation you could have been handed. Where your best pitcher this year so far, you're like, oh, any game that he's pitching, we should have a good chance. But then you're like, oh, it's against Tarek, so I don't know about that, but. I could see the Twins pulling that McAble. If you can get Mick through 5 innings and 3 or less runs, the Twins have gotten on Jack Flaherty in past years a ton. And Jack Flaherty, I mean, he's a vet now. He's struggled in past starts against the Twins and in his career as a whole lately. So I think the Twins could jump on Flaherty, but Ryan is really the game that you have to jump quickly on in this series. So we are both on the same wavelength. Twins lose series 3-1 against the Tigers. Definitely could be a sweep. But Trevor, why don't you pick what game you're going to choose first and score prediction?
I'm going to do I believe it's Wednesday. Let me double check. Yeah,
so
Wednesday.
The third game?
Yeah. Well, that's Ober game.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the score of Detroit winning 5-1.
All right. Twins lose 5-1.
I'm going to go Valdez, 6 innings pitched with 5 or more strikeouts.
Vella's 6+ innings pitched,
6
right?
plus, yeah. So at least 6 innings,
and then 5+ strikeouts.
Yeah.
All right.
Or yeah, so 5 or more to clarify, but yeah.
Yeah, 5+. Yeah. All right. Now this is difficult. I was also gonna go game 3 because I just hate that matchup right now.
Yeah.
Shoot. Okay. Got to switch it up here. I thought
Joe Ryan
it was
game.
literally
Joe
a
Ryan
25%
game. Joe
chance.
Ryan game. Come on, you want to.
No, but I do have a feeling that well, what's the weather looking like on
game?
Tuesday? No, I'm talking the game 2,
42
Taj versus Scooble.
Partly
it is
cloudy.
Sunny. Okay, so game time though, it's cloudy. All right, but that'll be fine. I have confidence that Taj can. This Tigers lineup, it has some good contact bats, but it's not scary by any means. It's not scary in really a ton of places at all. I think Taj can, and the Tigers have rarely ever seen Taj either, being in the AL East with the Rays for the past couple of years. All right, let's say this. I'm going game 2. We're going to go, I mean, I can't. Twins lose that one. Game 2. I'll say 4-2. No, I can't see the Twins scoring more than one run on in school. I'm sorry, Twins fans. I'm really crapping on us, but yeah, you got
to be fair.
Okay,
it is Tarek, so
maybe the best pitcher in the league. So, Scooble, 8+ strikeouts. Okay, and then I'm also going to do a little pitcher parlay here. Taj will have. This is where it gets difficult. So the first 2 games here had 9 strikeouts against Baltimore, 3 against KC, but he was just deadly against KC. No earned runs. He was perfect in all standards. Taj Bradley, this will be his first start at home this year in front of 2,000 fans. So good turnout for Taj. Actually, you know what? If there's going to be any game this series that gets a crowd, it'll be the Scooble game. It'll be the Scooble and Taj game, I feel like. Big pitching matchup there. But Taj Bradley will have 5+ strikeouts. Is that fair? 8 for Scooble, 5 for Taj. Need both of them to happen. That's fair, right?
Yeah.
All right.
For a second in my head, I had that flip. I'm like, wait, Scooble for 5+? I'm like, yeah, that's gonna happen. Yeah, no, that's good.
All right. Perfect. So there's our Twins predictions. I mean, yeah, it's a big series if the Twins want any fighting chance to be a division lead by Thursday, but Trevor and I do not see it that way. So
no,
there's our Twins predictions for the series, and we'll see how it goes. And probably not well, but we're gonna hope it goes well for all Twins' sake. All right, no Wild or Wolves game tonight, but there's another big game. Tonight's the national championship, people. And I don't want to go back to our March Madness predictions from before because Trevor dominated me. That's what really got him back up into this points race in our standings. But either way, we got one more March Madness prediction in us here. Winner, the score of the game, and then a player/game prediction. So national championship, I still don't understand why it's always on a Monday, but that's just me. Maybe do you feel the same way?
So,
I need to ask that.
Well, I guess so. Like last night was obviously the women's championship game. Is that just always the case?
Yeah, they're always the night
play
before.
Sundays, and then the men's is Monday, so they each get their own night.
Yeah,
would be my guess.
Yep.
But to that point, then like, why don't you do women's Saturday, men's Sunday? But then you can also argue. But then you can argue, well, then you're pushing the women's, like the Final Four game in the midweek, so it gets dicey. But yeah, Monday kind of sucks, or it doesn't. It does suck.
It's really weird too. I mean, same with the college football; it's always on a Monday too. I'm like, okay.
It's also like when people talk, it's just weird because you don't play NFL on. Well, you do for like the final 2 weeks of the season. But people have talked Super Bowl on a Saturday rather than a Sunday. But then it's just weird playing it on a Saturday. But for like the partying sake, it could make sense for a Saturday for Super Bowl. So yeah, it's weird. Unless you would move the national championship game another week back, but then you're just stretching the year out. So
yeah, and that's.
I mean, it gets tricky, so I understand it.
Well, what I would do is they do like the 2-day break. The Final Four is on the Saturday for the guys. Why don't you just push the Final Four to the Friday and then have the national championship on Sunday? Every championship game 7s are always on Sundays. It just doesn't make sense to me. But either way, I'll start with us here. I got, and this is kind of, I want to, as a Tennessee Volunteer fan here, I want to lose to the champions, and I think they'll get it done. Michigan has just been the biggest force in this tournament. I mean, the closest game, I think, was the round of 32 against, I'm forgetting who, St. Louis, where it was like 12 points they won by, but every other game they beat Tennessee by 33. Michigan's just
no, hold on. So St. Louis wasn't close. It was Alabama. Michigan beat Alabama. So that was somewhat close. So that was 90-77. Because they beat St. Louis.
Yeah, so still 13
23.
points.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so either way, Michigan's just been a force. But Michigan wins this game. I'm going to go, 74-66.
The one thing, though, with Michigan, who's the player hurt? Is he for sure playing? Do we know?
I don't know. I looked earlier before we started.
I think he said he'd play, but a lot of
and that's what I
said
saw.
they'll play, and then they don't end up playing.
Yeah, so
I mean, like, for Yaxel, it'd be like, why would he ever say, injuries worse than I was hoping, I'm not going to play? Like, you're not going to get that out of any athlete. So I get why he's saying he's going to play. Hopefully he can, because that's the worst. Injuries in any sport, but given the championship game,
I want best versus best.
It's really crappy.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. All right. But for my player prediction, Ademara, they're what is he, 7'4", I think. Their center, Michigan center. He is going to have a monster game. And you might think this is a gimme for how tall he is for the rebounds, but he has only, in his past 10 games, he's only reached 9 rebounds once in that game, and that was against Arizona in the Final Four here. But
I guess, all right, to clarify, he is going to play, because apparently he wasn't listed on ESPN's not list. ESPN put out Axel Lindenberg, not listed on Michigan's availability report. So, and then MRI clean Michigan started plans to play versus UConn. So that's kind of expected. He will play. So it might affect him, but he will play.
Yeah. Either way, Mara 9+ rebounds and 14+ points for him. So there's my prediction here.
Sweet.
Over to Trevor.
So I think Michigan's going to win, but one of two things. Since Bruce picked Michigan, I'm going to delete that right now. Delete that.
Oh man.
Just for a little fun, I'm going to go UConn winning. The other reason I picked UConn to win my bracket, so why would I go against them now? I mean, they're in the game.
You chose UConn?
Yeah, I chose UConn.
Really? In our podcast one or the other one you did?
I think it may be the other one. I did 2 brackets.
Yeah, so you chose Gonzaga in ours.
That's right. Yeah. So I picked UConn for our family one. We're in with the extended fam. So that's the one I picked UConn in. So that's kind of my second reason. Yeah. Go opposite of you, and then can't really go against UConn. I do think Michigan's gonna win. For the sake,
what?
Have some fun with it. No. Like keep it as UConn.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Right. I see what you're doing.
Just me,
off the record, you're saying you think Michigan's gonna win. Okay.
Well, because I mean they've kind of steamrolled everyone. They've clearly been the best team. But for fun, for predictions, then go along with UConn winning. They do win. They need a good game from Caravan, which really he's been a little inconsistent. I have him going 16+ points. Even that might be a tad high because he hasn't really been doing too well. But I think that's kind of his regular season average. So I feel like that's fair for Caravan, 16+. Does that seem good?
Yeah. And then this is how you spell that, right? Or is it
Kara? So Karaban.
Yeah. And then AN. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I think I spelled it right. 16 plus.
And then what was the score of the game, by the way?
67 UConn, Michigan 63.
All right. All right. So Caravan, what did you say for the prediction? 16 plus.
16 plus, yeah, points.
Okay. Perfect. All right. Sounds good. So yeah. And yeah, we're a Minnesota sports podcast people, but when there's the big games, we predicted the Super Bowl. We predicted well, I guess there hasn't been really many other big games, national championship. But I mean March Madness as a whole.
For football. Yeah, because we did the Indiana game.
Yeah.
For football, Super Bowl, NFL playoffs. So yeah, we've done.
Yeah, we're not going to stop.
The key big ones. Yeah.
Yeah, it's always fun, but this is big game here. I guess if there was one team to knock Michigan off, it probably is UConn. UConn plays a tough brand of basketball. Hurley is one heck of a coach. And I just loved his reaction when they hit that buzzer beater. Just shocked. And I saw an angle of Hurley's wife, who was yelling at all the coaches and players to get off the court because she didn't want them to get a violation. Which that would have been a funny wrinkle if they got a violation after that. Either way, people, there's our prediction special here. We're going to be back tomorrow for a hot take. Or
wait, no,
what's up?
Oh wait, sorry, never mind.
Yeah. We'll be back tomorrow for Hot Take Tuesday, one of the funnest days of the week, and then Wild and Wolves again tomorrow night. 2 easily winnable games for both teams. Wild gets Seattle. The Wolves are in Indiana to play the Pacers. So I actually wonder if the Wolves are going to head on over to the Final Four or the national championship tonight. I wonder. I don't know what time they're flying in or anything, but I wonder if they're going to head down there. Indianapolis, same town. Final. Actually, yeah, because they're playing on this. They're in the Colts Stadium. The championship is at. Yeah, okay, so it's a football stadium. I was going to say it's going to be on the same court like the Pacers. All right, people. Either way, we'll see you tomorrow for Hot Take Tuesday. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you go follow the YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and Spotify. We'll see you again tomorrow.